I was going to say, we got more props to come, more props to show you here as this game progresses, right? Right, Mr. Adams?
You know, during that timeout, we saw the coaches reviewing the productivity stats, you know, and looking at points, rebounds. I'm into hustle stats. I want to know why there's productivity. An example would be like Houston, for example. It doesn't take any talent to pursue the offensive glass. I evaluated an entire game where they go to the offensive glass. 3 guys attack the offensive glass 93% of the time. That's why they're successful as an offensive rebounding team. So it's about the behaviors, about your team DNA. What are your hustle stats as a coach? And then do you track them? And I've actually been working on that, to do that just as kind of a hobby, and now even a little small business as coach starting to figure out hustle stats are pretty cool.
You were telling me about that earlier, and I agree with you. I think it really is. I mean, it's about, like you said, concentration and efforts and things that you can control and you can kind of key in on. You know, it's almost like when you get like a golf lesson. There's going to be 4 or 5 different things, but if you focus on 1 or 2, you can get pretty proficient at that, right? It's almost what you're saying here. Hey, why don't we work on blank and be really good at these 1 or 2 things? And I think it's a great point.
When you track hustle stats, it allows your coaching staff to be intentional, because then you can change your practice plan based upon, are we closing out with high hands? Are we making physical contact to block off? Are we going to the offensive glass? Those are the behaviors that lead to productivity. And that's why hustle stats, I think, are the next coming analysis, if you will, of statistical analysis of basketball. The other thing it does, look, you can tell your players to play hard, but if you can define it with what hustle stats you are tracking, that changes the culture of your program. I say Adams inside.
Yeah, a lot of things going on here. Walker has played really well on the defensive end for UCF. He had knocked that ball away initially. He's had a couple of blocks. And then, as you said, Adams with the make to make it 31 all here. I mean, this is a fast-paced back-and-forth game for being in the low 30s, if you will, with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. And a nice drive here from Walker, but he can't convert.
So let's watch Tulane. Just watch the white jersey. The shot goes up. Who blocks off? 2 guys out of 5. That's a 40% block off rate. So watch it again. Who blocks off? Nobody. That's 0 for 5. So right now, on that last 2 shots, Tulane, on hustle stats, they blocked off 20% of the time. That's not good enough. You've got to be 70, 80% of the time to be a good defensive rebounding team.